The moment I say dimensions, does your mind go to multiple universes? Hi, I'm Teja Priyadarshini, founder for Akashic Center for Healing, and today there is an interesting topic for you on dimensions. You must have heard a lot of talk about moving from the 3D to the 5D level of consciousness, and it doesn't make sense, does it? What are these dimensions? Why are we shifting from the 3D to the 5D level of consciousness? Well, I'm going to explain it to you as simply as I can. According to the superstring theory, scientists believe that there could be at least 10 dimensions that we know of. And in our spiritual community, we like to believe that there are more than 10 dimensions out there. The first dimension is the dimension of length. When you draw a straight line on a piece of paper, that is exactly what a 1D or a first dimension looks like. But when you add say an X and a Y axis to it, you're giving it 2D dimensions or 2 dimensions to it. And this makes it, appear like a square on a piece of paper. But to this square, if you add some depth, then you're making it into a 3D object. And if you add time to this 3D object, that is when it becomes a 4D object. So basically, according to science, we are all living in a 4-dimensional reality. The 4th dimensional reality is when there's length, there's width, there's depth, and time. Time is used to measure objects and to see where it is in terms of space, so that we can measure distances, we can measure days and years and months and etc. etc. But when we move into the higher dimensions, which is the 5th and the 6th dimensions, though they appear to be very similar to the 4th dimension reality that we're living in, there are subtle changes which can be measured when we compare it to our reality, and this gives us a different perspective on how higher dimensions work. And if you master the 5th and the 6th dimension, scientists believe that you can also time travel into future realities or future possibilities, or you can also go back in time and see how things were in the past. So when we talk about the higher dimensions, the 7th, 8th, 9th, and the 10th, according to science, they behave differently. They do not have the same properties as the 3rd and the 4th dimension have. They have similar but very distinct properties on their own, and this could possibly mean there are multiple worlds and there are multiple ways of measuring things, and the physics, the laws that we have been following may not apply to these higher dimensional realities. But according to spirituality, we are living in a 3-dimensional consciousness, which represents fear, limitations, feeling disconnected from one another, need to struggle to succeed in anything that we do, and all of those things that are very materialistic, that are related to having a 9-to-5 job and just doing what we are told and all of that. But as we are becoming more and more aware of late, because the energies that are coming through from the cosmos, from the universe, have been phenomenal in the last few years, and this has brought about a lot of change in the human DNA, and it is activating our insides, our light codes inside, and making us become more aware, more expanded, more conscious of who we truly are, which, if you go back to the original life source, we all come from the source, right? So the source energy runs through our veins. That means we have the magic of the cosmos. We're made of stardust, like most scientists like to believe, and we are special beings of light. And this is the realization that is happening as these frequencies come into Earth and resonate with our bodies, changing our DNA structure, bringing more awareness to our beings, and expanding our consciousness in ways that we never thought were possible. So when this is beginning to happen, many of us are having physical symptoms, emotional symptoms, and I'm going to talk about all of this in another video because that needs a little bit of in-depth explanation. But since we're talking about dimensions, I would like to tell you that when we are moving into the fifth dimensional consciousness, we are becoming more aware that we're not separate from one another. We are connected with each other, that there is unconditional love that fills our heart and overflows, and we can connect with everyone on this earth because we are not separate from them. We are truly one. And when this unity consciousness starts to come into our lives, into our being, into our reality, you can see that things start to manifest at the speed of light. The moment you think of something, it kind of appears into your reality, and the manifestations go very, very fast. They happen very quick. Not just that, you start to realize what you've come to earth to do, like the veil that has been clouding our eyes and not allowing us to basically see who we truly are is thinning. So slowly we begin to understand our purpose, our presence on earth, what we are here, why we are here, and what we are meant to do basically. And this is phenomenal because it's helping many people kind of open up their hearts and souls and minds basically, and connect with one another as though we are one big family. And this is so incredible. The more we move into the fifth and sixth levels of consciousness, fifth dimensions of consciousness, then we will also see that we have special abilities to connect with other people. It could be teleportation, telepathy, it could be clairsentience, where we can just know these things without reading about it or get information, because we have access to all of that. I'm going to explain all of this in much more detail in another video where I talk about 5D symptoms when the ascension is happening. The shift is happening right now, and most of us are going through these symptoms, and when I talk to you about them, you would be like, oh, so that is what I have been feeling all this while, and it'll make sense to you. So don't miss out the next video that's going to come out really, really soon. But I have something special for you this Friday, the 11th of September. I'm having a quantum jumping workshop where you can jump to a reality where you are super rich. If this is something that excites you, the link is in the description. Click on it. You get all the details on how to register for this, and I'm going to see you there. Bonus, I'm giving you a special gift. If you are part of the workshop, then you're going to get something really, really special from my guides. They have channeled something very special through me, and I'm going to be giving that out in the workshop. So don't miss that out, and I'm going to see you very soon in another video. And please do register for the quantum jumping workshop this Friday, 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time, 11th of September 2020. I love you guys very much, and I'm so grateful that I'm part of your lives, and I'm so honored to be on this journey with you. So I'm going to see you very soon in another video. Bye-bye.